Sri Gurubhyo Nama children, welcome to online session. Already we are dealing with surface chemistry, the phenomenon that takes place at the surface. Yesterday, up to physical and chemical adsorption I have completed. What is physical adsorption? Adsorption that takes place due to weak van der Waals force. So when the adsorption is due to weak force, van der Waals force, which is operated at the surface, we can call it as physical adsorption. What is chemical adsorption? The adsorption that takes place at the surface due to strong chemical bond formation, we can call it as chemical adsorption. So, we have seen physical and chemical adsorption yesterday. Today we are going to see simultaneous occurrence of physical and chemical adsorption. We are going to see how physical and chemical adsorption occurs simultaneously. Shall we see, children? So, we are going to talk about simultaneous occurrence of physical and chemical adsorption. We are going to see the physical adsorption, how it takes place initially, what is happening after that, after the physical adsorption, how it changes into chemical adsorption. So, two different adsorptions are taking place simultaneously at the same time. So, physical adsorption is taking place initially, and we are going to see how this physical adsorption is converted into or changed into chemical adsorption. So, here simultaneous occurrence of physical and chemical adsorption. A physical adsorption at low temperature, how do you know that? Physical adsorption at low temperature may pass into chemical adsorption as the temperature is increased. So, whenever physical adsorption is there, whenever physical adsorption is possible, that is only at low temperature. At low temperature, physical adsorption is possible. So, physical adsorption is due to weak van der Waals force. So, it is possible only at low temperature. Physical adsorption is possible only at low temperature. So, it is possible only at low temperature. Here it is, I have given low temperature. At low temperature, physical adsorption is possible. So, what I am going to do now? I am going to, change the temperature. I am going to increase the temperature. So, what is happening? Physical adsorption is converted into chemical adsorption, may pass into chemical adsorption when temperature is increased. So, when temperature is increased, what is happening? Physical adsorption is converted into chemical adsorption. So, we are discussing about the simultaneous occurrence of physical and chemical adsorption. Already I told you. So, physical adsorption usually takes place at low temperature. So, physical adsorption is possible only at low temperature. When physical adsorption is converted into chemical adsorption, what I have to do? I have to increase the temperature. So, when at low temperature, physical adsorption is taking place, when the temperature is increased, so it is simultaneously converted into chemical adsorption. So, physical adsorption only at low temperature it favors, whereas when the temperature is raised or when the temperature is increased, it has been converted into chemical adsorption. So, temperature plays a greater role here. So, at low temperature, physical adsorption is possible. When the temperature is raised, physical adsorption has been converted into chemical adsorption. So, here we are going to talk about an example. They have given an example here. For example, dihydrogen is first adsorbed on nickel. Dihydrogen. So, dihydrogen usually it exists as H2. Always gases will be existing as molecules, diatomic molecules. So, here when you talk about dihydrogen, H2, it exists as a gas. So, what is the reaction? How the reaction is taking place? How we are going to get the hydrogen atoms? Usually, my hydrogen is in the form of gas which exists as a molecule. So, it will be H2. So, what will happen? Initially, it will be H2. When the adsorption takes place, what is happening? This H2 is converted into H plus H. Atoms of hydrogen. So, here hydrogen gas initially which will be existing as a molecule. So, what is that they have given? Dihydrogen is adsorbed on the surface of nickel. So, what is the catalyst we are taking here? nickel. So nickel is acting as a catalyst here. So dihydrogen is first adsorbed on nickel by weak van der Waals force. So what is the reaction taking place initially? It is physical adsorption. Physical adsorption. So what is physical adsorption here? I told you. So I have given an example. Hydrogen, that is as a molecule. So it is a dihydrogen which exists as a molecule, which exists as a gas. So what is initially how the reaction is taking place? This dihydrogen is adsorbed on the surface of a catalyst. What type of force is activated? What type of force is operated at the surface? It is weak van der Waals force. So what is that actually? What is the process taking place in the beginning? Physical adsorption. So hydrogen gas which exists as a molecule. So dihydrogen, so it exists as a molecule. Usually gases exist as molecules. So here dihydrogen, first it gets adsorbed on the surface of the catalyst. What is the catalyst I have taken here? Nickel. So what type of forces are operated at the surface? It is due to weak van der Waals force. So hydrogen gas getting adsorbed at the surface of a catalyst due to weak van der Waals force. So what type of adsorption is taking place initially? Physical adsorption. What is the temperature? Low temperature. So always for physical adsorption we need a low temperature. At low temperature only physical adsorption favors. Now what we are going to do? I am going to convert it into chemical adsorption by raising the temperature. Listen here. Molecules of hydrogen then dissociate. See this hydrogen gas, so it gets dissociated into hydrogen atoms. So initially hydrogen gas is adsorbed at the surface of a catalyst by weak van der Waals force. So it is taking place at low temperature. So what type of adsorption is taking place initially? Physical adsorption. What I am going to do now? Dihydrogen gas has got adsorbed at the surface of the catalyst. Now what I am going to do? I am going to increase the temperature. As the temperature is increased, what will happen? Reaction is taking place. This dihydrogen gets splits up. So hydrogen molecule gets splits up into atoms of hydrogen. You will be getting atoms of hydrogen. So this is actually dissociation is taking place. So hydrogen gas gets dissociated, splits. Dissociation. So hydrogen gas gets splits up. So dissociate to form hydrogen atoms which are held on the surface by chemiadsorption. So these hydrogen atoms which are formed, that will be held at the surface of the catalyst by chemical adsorption. So there are two different types of adsorption here. So initially physical adsorption is taking place. What is that actually? Dihydrogen gas getting adsorbed at the surface of the catalyst. So here usually physical adsorption takes place at low temperature. So physical adsorption is possible only at low temperature. Now what I am going to do? I am going to convert the physical adsorption into chemical adsorption by raising the temperature. Already in physical adsorption, initially dihydrogen gas gets adsorbed at the surface. Now what I am going to do? This dihydrogen gas gets dissociated. So the next stage is taking place. The second step is taking place. Chemical reaction is taking place. What is the reaction we are getting here? Dissociation reaction, decomposition, breaking. Hydrogen molecules gets split up. So it gets divided. It gets broken into, hydrogen molecules are broken into hydrogen atoms. So these hydrogen atoms are held at the surface of the catalyst by strong chemical bond. So finally I will be getting chemisorption. So initially physical adsorption is taking place. So initially physical adsorption is taking place. Initially physical adsorption is taking place. So final reaction will be chemical adsorption. So here I have explained about this slide completely talks about the simultaneous occurrence of physical and chemical absorption. Both the absorptions are taking place simultaneously. How we have started, what is it? What is actually physical absorption? It is favored only at low temperature. So physical absorption is possible only at low temperature. When you increase the temperature, what will happen? Physical absorption has been converted into chemical absorption. They have given an example here. Dihydrogen gas. So always gases, they will exist as diatomic molecules, is it not? So they will exist as diatomic molecules. So here dihydrogen gas is first absorbed at the surface of the catalyst. What type of forces are operated there? The forces operated are, what is that? Weak van der Waals force. Weak van der Waals force are operated there. So hydrogen gas gets absorbed at the surface. So physical absorption has taken place. Now what is happening here? Dissociation. Chemical reaction is taking place. I am increasing the temperature. I am increasing the temperature now. What is happening to the dihydrogen gas? It gets divided, it gets decomposed, it gets dissociated. So hydrogen gas gets dissociated into hydrogen atoms. So hydrogen molecule gets dissociated into two hydrogen atoms. These hydrogen atoms finally attached or absorbed at the surface of the catalyst due to strong chemical bond. So I have converted physical absorption into chemical absorption, thereby increasing the temperature. So hydrogen gas gets split up into hydrogen atoms, and these hydrogen atoms are absorbed at the surface of the catalyst by strong chemical bonds. So this slide completely talks about the simultaneous occurrence of physical and chemical absorption. Now I am going to talk about the mechanism of absorption. We are going to see about the mechanism of absorption. Mechanism of absorption. Two factors play a greater role in absorption. Two factors play a greater role in absorption process. So what is the first factor? The first factor is surface area. Surface area. The forces of attraction inside the bulk is balanced, whereas at the surface there is unbalanced residual forces of attraction because at the surface molecules of the same kind molecules of the same kind are not possible. This unbalanced residual forces of attraction these unbalanced residual force of attraction is responsible for adsorption. Larger the surface area, of the adsorbent, where adsorption takes place. Larger the surface of the adsorbent where the adsorption takes place, larger will be the adsorption. So I told about the two factors that influences the adsorption process. One is surface area. Usually I told about two important concepts in the beginning for adsorption: adsorbate and adsorbent. Adsorbent, only at the surface of the adsorbent this adsorption is taking place. So here when you talk about the surface area, so first factor is surface area. Surface area, how it affects the process of adsorption. So already I told you, when you talk about the force of attraction at the surface than in the bulk, compare the force of attraction acting at the surface as well as the force of attraction in the bulk. Actually, the force of attraction in the bulk will be greater. So in the bulk, the force of attraction is greater, whereas at the surface, the force of attraction is not balanced. It is unbalanced because we cannot expect the atoms of the same kind at the surface as it is exposed. So we cannot expect the atoms of the same kind at the surface. So actually at the surface there will be unbalanced force of attraction. So when you talk about the force of attraction, there is a difference. In the bulk the force of attraction is greater, whereas at the surface the force of attraction is unbalanced because we cannot expect these molecules of same kind at the surface. As a result, the force of attraction are unbalanced. So because of the presence of residual attractive force, at the surface, so adsorption is taking place there because of the unbalanced force of attraction. Residual attractive force that plays a greater role for adsorption. So when you talk about the surface area and adsorption are directly proportional. So larger the surface area and adsorption, surface area is directly proportional to adsorption. So, when surface area is greater, adsorption also greater. When surface area is greater, adsorption also greater. When surface area is less, adsorption also less. The first factor I introduced was surface area. So I have talked about the attractive force. The force of attraction inside the bulk, it will be greater when compared to the force of attraction at the surface. Because at the surface we cannot expect molecules of same kind. That's why there is unbalanced force of attraction at the surface. This residual attractive force acting at the surface responsible for adsorption. So surface area plays a greater role for the extent of adsorption. So surface area and adsorption are directly proportional. Whenever surface area is greater, adsorption is greater. Whenever surface area is less, adsorption is also less. So surface area is the first criteria that affects the process of adsorption. So up to this I am concluding today. We will see the second factor tomorrow.